Welcome to day 4 of the Cozy Rosy Vlogmas, and today I am working on one of my designs for the Crochet Fashion Week, which is in just over 10 weeks. This design is going to be going down the catwalk, and I wanted to share a little bit of my process with you. So this design is going to have an open side panel with a squared back element all the way up to the back of the neck, and the challenge is to bring this over the shoulder without it sitting on the neck. So I'm going to try and find a way, well I found a way, I hope, of making a transfer from, well, basically to come around. So if I get it the right side, oh, there you go, done it. So that's going to be the same on both sides, so that it comes around the neck. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. It's just what I wanted it to do. And it leaves that single flame unworked. It's already been graded for all the different sizes. So I always grade my patterns from extra small, which is a US extra small, all the way up to a 5XL. So what will happen is with the bigger sizes, they'll just be wider across the back. But the shoulder width remains the same. So there are a number of challenges when you're grading patterns for more than one size. And each of the patterns that are going to be featuring in Crochet Fashion Week are going to be hopefully released in time for the spring-summer collection. So this design is an extension of my Gloriosa collection, or my Bella collection. They both feature this beautiful flame stitch, and this is an addition to something that I've already created. I'm really quite excited. It's a lot. I don't know if I can show you all the way to the bottom. It's going to come down to kind of mid, well, it depends how tall you are, but you know, where it needs to, with an open front and a very slight racer back. You can see it's kind of coming out ever so slightly, and it does, well, you can't see, but it does it the same on the waist. One of the challenges when grading for larger sizes is getting the shape right, because we are different sizes as we get bigger. My shoulders are only slightly bigger than they were, but the breadth of my back is a little bit wider. So this is not my size. This is going to be for a size medium. So when I'm grading patterns, I'm having to work out that the shoulder width doesn't really change, but the width here will be wider and all the way down. And it's just making sure that the pattern's going to be flattering on all sizes. Something that I always keep in mind, having been a larger lady, is I'm aware of how the bones of us don't get any bigger, but the frame can. And it's just being aware of how that changes as those sizes get bigger. It's not as simple as just multiplying. You have to make allowances for the fact that the width of the shoulders barely changes. And on patterns like this is where it can cause some challenges. But I'm up for the challenge, and this pattern, now that I've worked out the shoulder section, just need to get the length right. It's going to be, yeah, it's spot on. Not that I doubt myself ever. It's going to come all the way down to create a V-neck, but the front panel will remain the same and meet the side of the meet at the waist. So it's very deep armholes, which is always a challenge again for those larger frames. But again, up for the challenge. Now I've got a few minutes before I've got to leave for work. I'm working again today, so let me grab the top. This one is now dry, and you can see that it's gone completely flat. And actually I wanted to stretch it, and it causes the fabric not to stretch in that area, which is fine for the fabric I'm using to make the real top. And Anne, on yesterday's video, shared a brilliant tip that I wasn't really sure why I hadn't realised. I have a whole other side of top I can practice on. So I've had an idea, and I'm going to try that out now, and then we'll see, hopefully by the time I'm back from work, that will be dry and I can make my final decision and get this top finished. So the alternative has not worked quite as well as I hoped. I think I'd almost need to put like the non-permanent vinyl down to get that really clear shape, because you can see that where it's curled in, this side's really defined and this one isn't quite as well defined. Gonna go for the vinyl. I have today's Christmas jumper on today with the little Rudolph on it. Heading out for work now. So my husband's just sent me the sweetest text message to let me know that he's back next Sunday, or remind me that he's back home next Sunday and Christmas can officially start. I've had a quick peek at the wreath and I need to add some more to it. So when I'm at work today, I'm going to pick up a few more bits and then I can get that finished off and hung later today as well. I'll see you after work. I'm back from work and I'm straight into this to get this finished. It's nearly dark outside. I'm using smart vinyl, so I don't need to use a mat and it just gets loaded straight in. No need to cut or anything. Just select that we're using smart iron-on. It goes shiny side down for cutting. And then we're ready to go. Quite see, but the outline is there, ready for me to weed. I've placed a pin in my top which is level, so I need to make sure that that is level against my heat mat, which is just underneath my top, so that I know that I'm putting on the Christmas tree straight. I've checked the heat guide for my Cricut Easy Press 2, which I think that's what this is called, and I need to set the temperature because this top is polyester and I'm using smart iron-on. So I've checked the settings on that website and I'm going to adjust it on here. I need 155 centigrade. So just press temperature and then I can turn it up to where I need it to be. And I need 30 seconds. So I'm going to leave that to do its thing. When that goes green, it will be ready to use. Thought my top was going to be completely singed then. I said I need to turn it over and do 15 seconds from the other side. So now all I have to do is wait for this to cool down and we can finally call this top done. I don't even know if I'm going to replace that with the beautiful star that I bought, or if I'm just going to leave it as is. But at least I can tick one thing off the list. I will be honest, it's nearly time to feed Emily. I've already walked her since I've been home. I think I'm going to call it a day. I look as terrible as I feel. So no wreath today. I got out of work a few minutes late today as I was teaching a Christmas card workshop, which was great fun. Very, very creative young lady took part. And I think I owe Emily an afternoon on the sofa, so we're going to go and settle downstairs. I'm going to crack on with that crochet design and try and get the first front panels done. Of course, I still need to type up the whole pattern, so it's quite a lot of work to do still. And of course, I've got to edit all of this and get it uploaded. So do let me know if you've had a lovely weekend, what you've been up to craft-wise. My top has now cooled down and I thought I should show you. It worked! I am super happy. I will take the label off. I am super happy of how well it's turned out. All the challenges this week with it all and perfectly placed, if you know what I'm saying. It's just where I wanted it to be. Oh, thank you for all your suggestions, all your messages about it. It's done and I'm ready to go out for dinner on Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. I will see you tomorrow in the next one.